Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
A wonderful Monday morning? Why was I about to say Monday? Friday morning to you all. It is dark. We are losing light at an exponential rate, as it usually is around this time of year. It's -9, though. Lots of frost out there, so if you're just waking up and you haven't gone out to the car yet, you will need the scraper today. Good morning. Welcome to Mornings with the Cabin.
Morning.
At the cabin, on the cabin, in the cabin, all over the cabin.
Don't be on the cabin today. Too cold.
No, it's all right.
We'll be in the cabin.
No, we'll be on the cabin later on. It'll warm up a little bit later on.
Yeah. Need coffee first.
Yes, I do need coffee first. Well, you need a hot chocolate. I was actually going to try to get you a hot chocolate this morning, but I ran a little late.
Thanks.
Couldn't find my undies.
Oh, great. So instead, I got a story about your underwear.
Yeah, that's right. No hot chocolate for you, just a story about my undies. Happy Friday. Yeah. So All You Need Is Love is coming up tonight and tomorrow night. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. We've also got an acoustic track that they recorded during Dad Rock.
Yep.
So that was Brie O'Keefe and her friends.
We'll give away some Jimmy Rankin tickets.
Yes. Jimmy Rankin tickets.
That'll be nice.
Also, Pet Project will be up a little bit later on.
Yeah.
It's
a morning.
A full morning.
Always
Wonderful
is.
Friday morning before, I was about to say a long weekend, and then I stopped full stop. It's not a long weekend.
Just a short weekend.
Yeah, just a short one.
That's motivational.
You got to work all Sunday as well. So there you go. That's how it goes sometimes, but we'll be here for you 24/7 on the stream, cabinradio.ca, or on the app.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter with you on your Friday morning. Lecter just dropped in to see what condition his condition was in.
It's not looking good.
It's not. What is that thing on your face?
I'm just going to go back home.
Fair enough. So we just obviously got past just a brutal election campaign. Just brutal. Everybody at each other's throats. It was fairly uneventful, as a matter of fact. But a lot of other cities having their mayoral, their council elections as well, the municipal governments. Vancouver being one of them. And AJ today, or late last night, was it late last night or this morning, sent us the list of 2018 mayoral candidates for the city of Vancouver. And it is just chock full of characters. It is like an episode of Survivor if Survivor was just like anybody. Come on, just anyone.
It terrifies me from the point of view, if there's anyone trying to do what I was doing, and interview all the mayoral candidates to help people out, well, you just wouldn't bother. You just look at this list, but you know what, I'm going to pick 3 at random, and we're just going to pretend they're the mayoral candidates. The first one out the gate,
right up,
the lead-off inning,
marijuana,
is Maynard Aubuchon, whose top 3 priorities, number 1, insight, spelt wrong, I called Janet P.
Very good.
Number 2, men... 3 cop co-op housing.
Yeah.
Housing might as well be. And then number 3, legal marijuana. With a Q in it.
Yeah.
Shops now.
Well, which they already have.
But that's not the first time a mayoral candidate's promised something that's already existing. And so
he's managed a moving company for 12 years.
He's
got a certificate in criminology.
All right, come on, we got to be fair. Let's not dwell on marijuana.
Just one thing about his picture, though. It looks like it was taken by a spy from a few hundred meters away.
So then we've got Mike Hansen, who looks for all the world like Joe Caputo out of Orange is the New Black, and is just hanging out. And again, like there's a slightly shall we say paranoid edge to his profile. Sophia Kaiser was a great one.
Speaking of hanging out, well, she's topless in her
photo.
So
she is. I hadn't even noticed
she's
that.
Absolutely topless in her
photo. Look at her go.
Look at her go.
She is as well. And at the city of Vancouver, whose website this is, seems to have had no issue with that. They're like, yeah,
it's
sure,
Vancouver,
why not?
man. Vancouver allows whatever.
Yeah, so she's topless, and her top 3 priorities are collapse corporate greed is the second one.
Absolutely.
I'll give you that. I mean, I don't think anyone is particularly opposed to collapsing corporate greed. It's just not necessarily that easy. She is absolutely opposed to the space bar. Yes. I'll tell you that.
End disease, violence, poverty.
Her platform is bereft of
Can you
spaces.
comprehend the extent? All one word.
I can't comprehend a word.
Vancouver, first city on earth to permanently end all poverty. All one word.
This platform is, I tell you what, if you went through the Yellowknife municipal election and thought to yourself, some of these candidates seem slightly detached from reality, go check out the city of Vancouver. We have mentioned maybe 3. Rollergirl,
Yeah.
That's her name.
I think
is
she's
a candidate.
She's onto something. She's a serious candidate.
Yeah.
Well, she's significantly more serious than several of the others, and her only given name is Rollergirl.
My favorite part of her platform. Well, actually, she's got a great platform, but cars should be accountable for obstructing, speeding, going through red lights. Yes, hold the cars accountable. We've been holding the people behind the wheels accountable long enough.
Cars kill people.
That's right.
Just back to Sophia for a second. Just for a second, because everything's in one word. And
this is the topless woman.
This is the topless woman. The platform is just a bunch of links that she wants you to voraciously research. Please voraciously research, all one word. One of them is Irish Origins of Civilization, a.k.a. Moses' New World Order. Let's go check that out. Some of these things might have good informations in them. Insanely throwing good money into bad, all one word.
Yeah, I think we could leave Sophia alone.
Okay, fine.
The thing I feel sorry for is that in among the little melange that we have here, there will be a handful of serious, well-researched, and very good candidates.
Absolutely.
And there's literally no way to find them.
No.
Without just going through this. And you look at them and you're like, you look like you're a serious candidate,
yeah.
but it's going to be hard to tell.
One of Rollergirl's top priorities is hate crimes. For or against. Number 2 is hate crimes. Yeah.
Well, it's important that you got to see which way the wind blows. That was your own political lesson that you taught all of us.
Like, I'll just see where it goes.
You put hate crimes out there, you see if people are pro or anti, and then you get on board.
There's a very young man here named Lawrence Massey. He looks like a teenager. And then there was the other one that I saw where the man has a slightly Hitlerish mustache, and his
I feel like, all right, you can't judge.
That mustache went out in the 19th. Once that person wore that mustache, gone. Done.
Actually, I've just seen it.
Well,
Yeah,
Michael
absolutely.
Jordan, though.
Illegal migrant control is one of his top 3 priorities.
He's off.
Yeah. He's
all right, enough. Let's put him away.
Fine.
Well, Vancouver
he received
could deal with
38,000 votes in the 2011
Vancouver could deal with all
But
these
pro-small
people.
Canada business.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You guys not all bad.
I'm so bored of elections. Play some music.
Vancouver, you crazy, kooky crackdown.
Go Roller Girl.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast, where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler Lecture with you on your Friday morning. Of course, tonight and tomorrow night is the All You Need Is Love show at the top night. Suggested donation at the door, $25. Great. A donation of $25 rather than paying like a cover, right? A donation of $25. Some of it's going to go to the performers. A boatload of those proceeds are going to go to a wonderful cause, Clyde and Tara Lee Wedson and their new young family. They've got a boy, Jackson, who has been pretty much in the hospital his entire young life. He's about 11 months old. He's turning a year old next month, and he is in need of a heart transplant. Now, they've had to move down to Edmonton, obviously, to be close to him. They've been living at Larga House for almost the entire year here, and they have had to deal with problems back here at their apartment. They've obviously they've run into money problems because they're unable to work because they need to be with their baby so often. So they've moved down there. They've started to basically prepare for a permanent move down there.
Right.
So they are in need of some support, and they've had a GoFundMe. They had a GoFundMe a little while ago that did fill up, but that was last year.
Right.
And it was $5,000. And $5,000 as much as it is, and as generous as everyone is to give to that, $5,000 doesn't go very far.
Right.
So right now they've got another one up there for $10,000. So we're going to try to fill that this weekend, plus whatever else we can get to them. If you want to drop off a donation at the top night this weekend, please do so. We'll also be putting the link up to the GoFundMe page, and we, Cabin Radio, will be there on Saturday night, live streaming the entire show. So if you're not able to make it, you can listen to it on the app or at cabinradio.ca on the live stream, and we will put up the GoFundMe. We'll let you know where you could put your money, or you could come on down and just drop some money in the coffers and come check it out. But,
should be a lot of fun to listen to. On top of some really talented musicians playing some great Beatles tunes that we all know and love and all can sing along to. In between sets, we'll be chatting, looking to raise funds, and also no doubt having some chats with the performers about their favorite Beatles tunes, and there's so much to talk. We can all connect and relate to the Beatles, right? We all have a Beatles story.
Yes.
What is your
Beatles story?
Oh, I thought I sounded exactly like them as a child.
Okay.
Yeah, when I would sing along, I was like, I'm pretty much John Lennon already as a 5-year-old prodigy right here. And then when I got older, lifelong love of the Beatles and their music. And then when I got a little bit older and went through puberty and my voice started changing, I was like, that was one of my major concerns. Like, I won't be able to sing Beatles songs as well as I used to. Oh God!
And you were right.
It got even better.
Yeah, did it? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, yes, they're known for their low huskiness.
That's right. The baritone.
Yeah, absolutely. Shake the beam. And all right. My Beatles story is I think I don't really remember the first time I've ever heard the Beatles. The Beatles were just kind of like, it's just one of those things that become, everyone's kind of issued where it's a thing. It's this shared thing where you just kind of, you may not remember the first time you heard it. Some people do. I don't. I think it was just there. The Beatles were always just kind of there.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Just could they go away?
Go away. And then, and then there's always people that are like, and then you hear them on classic rock stations as well, all the time. Like CJCD as growing up wasn't really a classic rock station.
Right.
Like I had to go south to get like some classic rock on the radio a lot. So I started hearing the Beatles a heck of a lot more then. And then the Beatles always have their detractors. It's like they're overrated. It's like they're really not though. No, they're really not. They had a huge effect on music. But so it's a big tribute show tomorrow. Everybody's going to be playing their favorite tunes. And this week, last night, Dad Rock. Dave Hurley and Dad Rock had Flora and the Fireweeds on, played some acoustic versions. So we got
couple Beatles covers.
Couple Beatles covers.
Fire one off.
I will fire one off. A Beatles cover, that is. Not the other thing. Farts. That's not good. But come out to the show. $25 suggested donation. No tickets. Once again, no tickets. But you can come by and give a $25 donation and come see a great show and also help support a young northern family as they prepare for their son to go through the biggest challenge of his young life.
I have heard from several performers that they do in fact plan on donating their the money they're getting paid to do the show. They're planning on donating it to the drive. So. Yeah, so really cool that
I'm tearing up.
Yeah, really cool that not only we get to put on this event, and Nancy and Rebecca are putting on this event that is going.
Those two are incredible.
Yeah, doing so much good and going the extra mile exactly, and paying the performers, and they're planning on paying that back. So really cool stuff.
Yeah, huge thank you to them. That's incredible. We in no way kind of expected that. That's because musicians, especially the professional musicians, musicians and artists, they deserve to get paid.
Yeah, they're the entertainment.
They've worked very, very hard on these songs. So it's really heartening to hear. That's awesome. I'm sure Clyde and Early are going to be really overwhelmed by that. So that's wonderful. All you need is love. Tonight, tomorrow, top night, $25 suggested donation. Just show up, and
sing along, have some fun.
That's right. Make a couple donations, and hopefully we'll fill their coffers for some time to come and have a great time doing it. Here are Flora and the Fireweeds from Dad Rock last night. Help.
Help. I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. Help. I need someone. Help. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I change my mind and open up the doors.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you
please help me? And now my life has changed in so many ways. My independence seems to vanish in the haze. But every now and then I feel so insecure. I know that I just need you like I've never done before.
help me if you can, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you
please help me? When when I was younger, so much younger than today. Never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I've changed my mind and open up the door.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me?
Help me, help me. Ooh.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
Friday morning, looking outside at the north, and it's dark outside. And
What?
Government issue cannabis kicking in.
No, I think that was my like my Dan Rather. It was like
You kind of mutated into
I think so. A little
like
Dan
half
Rather thing going
sentence.
on. Yeah, it was, this is a colorful bunch. We just found out this morning, and we posted on the Facebook page there that we have a couple of Jimmy Rankin tickets.
Yeah.
tomorrow night at the Knack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like calling it the Knack. I'm just going to say Knack. I mean, it
I
makes
think
sense,
they
right, to
prefer
call
that
it the
too.
Northern Arts.
Well,
Culture
yeah.
Center, right?
Actually, yeah.
But Knack,
Well,
the
either
acronym
way.
just sounds like Jimmy Rankin at Knack Saturday night. Tickets are worth $180. All you got to do? What do you got to do? All you got to do is listen to Cabin Radio. As soon as you hear a Jimmy Rankin tune or the Rankins,
Yell sheepdog.
yell sheepdogs
No.
into the ether. No, listen to Cabin Radio. If you hear Jimmy or some Rankin family, perhaps, maybe even some chieftains.
Oh.
I don't even know. Just comment or message Jimmy to enter. Don't touch Jimmy. We'll draw the winner before noon, so you probably, I'm not going to give away when you're going to hear it, but sometime this morning you will hear a Jimmy Rankin tune. Text, comment, message Jimmy to enter, and we will draw the winner today, this morning. Ollie?
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Okay, great.
Confirmed.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast, where we delete all the bad bits and make them sound at least semi-coherent.
Pet Project video will be up later this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You partook. You hosted Pet Project
I
this
did.
week. What can we expect from
Well,
this week's episode?
More of the same.
More
Really.
of the same, really. It's a well-trod path.
Yeah.
But I mean,
If it ain't broke, don't fix
it's
it, right?
exactly right. Like, I don't care how many times we feature puppies. Like,
I don't think anyone's too concerned about
exactly.
seeing too many puppies.
Yeah, and we featured. I mean, did we earlier this week? I don't know if they're featured in the episode. I couldn't tell, but because they're from Fort Smith. I mean, you talk about the Fort Smith puppies, but we featured them in a post,
Right.
and we had so many responses that we had to be like, "Shut it down! Shut it down!
Get these puppies out of here.
Get these puppies out of here!"
Distracting people.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of puppies from Fort Smith, and they were coming in, and we put that post up, and there was an immense response. And hopefully all those puppies have homes soon.
There were,
Now.
were those the ones that they gave cannabis names to?
No, those
One
were
was
two other ones. That was Doobie
And Mary Jane.
And Mary Jane, adorable puppies, and they got a couple of twin pups there now too. How many dogs?
Some
do they
Doobie Brothers?
Doobie Brothers, the Doobies. I mean, they've still got like a huge number of puppies down there.
There's just a constant barrage
Yeah.
of puppies going on right now at the SPCA. If you're just in need of a pick me up, honestly, look up their hours. Dana and Lee and the whole crew there are just amazing, and will be more than happy to talk to you
Absolutely.
about about your situation, if adopting is right for you. And if not, just basically allowing you some puppy cuddle time, which everyone needs every now and then.
Absolutely, it's a great stress release. And even if your situation is not right, you can go down there, you can volunteer, and you can go for dog walks. So
Absolutely.
not even just the puppies. I mean, obviously the puppies usually stay in the kennels for the most part. They walk around a little bit, but I mean, when the dogs get a little older and they need to go out a bunch, they're always looking for people to go down there and walk.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you don't have room in your life for a dog right now,
Yeah.
you can go down there and still get some puppy time.
Yep. They're always looking for more help. Always more volunteers
Yes.
are welcome. And there are lots of lovely dogs waiting for a nice walk and you to take them.
And also cats.
Yeah, but they don't need much.
They don't need much.
I love cats, but they are pretty self-sufficient.
We often think about getting a cat just to maybe calm Betty down.
Really?
But I think it would just like freak her out. Here's the thing. So this week I bought a Halloween decoration. I told you about this. I think it's a Triceratops skeleton that is motion sensor activated and it screeches.
And Betty's just loving it. I'm sure.
Well, I had it in the hallway and she didn't like it, and then I turned it off so it wouldn't go off. But I left it like just around the corner from the hallway, and it was just sitting there. And I think it's upset her all week, and I feel bad. So I put it in the closet, and I'll put it out in the. Maybe I'll bring it in here. Actually, I think it works better in here. We got the decorations up already, but yeah, I think it's because it's about the size of her. I mean, I don't know that she knows what a skeleton is, but like it's about the size of her, and it's not alive.
I'm gonna guess she doesn't know what a skeleton.
You're gonna guess that?
Yeah.
You don't know what dogs know. So the pet project will be up later this morning, and check out what we got for you. And of course, go down to the SPCA and volunteer or make a donation or whatever you can do. I mean, and it doesn't need to be cash. It could be cleaning products or towels, or just bring them a couple bags of dog food. They're always grateful for whatever people can bring down there. Yeah. Pet project coming up a little bit later on the Facebook page. You can check it out there.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.